Hello, everyone. Once again, I'm back. I just wanted to kind of go ahead and get into the next video. I was trying to see how the first one was going, so hopefully it'll go through and definitely upload and whatnot, and y'all could check out the first video. So this video that I'm sending, I'm gonna probably send out a few today in spurts, so that because like I said, I'm excited about getting this journey started. It seemed very stagnated. Things was getting in my way of getting this going, but I'm here, you guys. I finally made it. Yes, I made it. Yay! Okay, so this video is going to be about the process of being 42 and pregnant. So to speak. So, of course, yes, this is, there was some entanglement involved. But what you don't know about the entanglement involved is that, it was an entanglement involved behind a person that, even though I'm currently pregnant and, going through with this pregnancy, I have chosen to not be, like, I'm not going to be with this person. They're done, finito, just none. There's no more of them. I gave them the option. They are aware of my pregnancy, of being involved with the baby. I'm definitely open to co-parenting, but no, I'm not going to be all of a sudden a happy family unit with them and try to work things out, because I'm going to be honest with you guys. For those who probably are like, well, if you knew all that and if you seeing all of that, well, why would you get pregnant? Why would you keep the baby? And why would you put yourself in such a predicament? Why do any of us, put ourselves in very ignorant, stupid predicaments? Because trust me, I know I ain't the only one. That's like a battered woman who gets her ass tore out the frame repeatedly and still holds on to them. That's like homegirl, somebody knows somebody of somebody of somebody that keep making babies with a deadbeat. Like, do we really got to do this? Do we really got to do this? Like, there's so many situations out there. Why do we do any of the stupid stuff we do? We just, we do it. We do it. And I'm not proud of my actions, you guys, because how this all came about is, I'm finna hit y'all with a terminology. If some of y'all been, enlightening your mind, meaning you read stuff and listen to things, you probably come across this word. For me, I just recently came across this word this year, and I was like, so that's what this been. What? It makes sense. The man is an incubus that I was entangling with. What is an incubus for those who don't know? An incubus is a male demon that sexes you in your sleep. That is the Webster Dictionary for it, or Google Dictionary for it. But technically I was not, like, no, I was not asleep. I was fully awake. I knew what was going on, and I loved it, and I liked it, and I wanted it. So that's why he's a male demon, because he was using the eggplant, okay, to keep me hooked, and it was working. It was working, and yeah. So, and as far as, of course, impregnation part, me and this man, and I'm not saying anybody should do this. I'm not saying it's a reason. I mean, it's an excuse, but it's a reason. and you don't have to digest it. Long story short, yes, of course we barebacked it. This is just what we always do. And yes, he's all over the place. I'm not a perfect woman. Yes, I've been all over the place. But we, do some we do some Carfax. But in this situation, it'd be some egg plant facting, so to speak. Fact checking or whatever, however you want to say that. We checking out the eggplants, okay? Making sure they not on some drip in a nasty infectious disease type form. There you go. And the Hello Kitties are not on some nasty infectious drip type infectious way. So, long story short, this is a man that I, entangled with. No diseases get passed. We're all good there. So, if diseases are not getting passed, body fluids are. The other results of technically not getting a disease from the body fluids passed is you could potentially fertilize some stuff. There you go. And so for what it's worth, this man and I, we've been on and off, in and out for years, to a point that, when I'm in Texas, for those who don't know, I mentioned I live in Texas, from Louisiana. When I'm in Texas, I don't mess with this man. I don't call, text, reach out, send messages through pigeons, nothing. Absolutely nothing. No emails, nothing. No subliminal messages, manifesting through song, nothing. Nothing. But the minute I touch down in Louisiana, I be, mind playing with myself. Don't go see this man. Don't talk to him. It's like we are so intertwined with each other on a deeper level, even though he's a horrible human being to me. We are still drawn to each other. I don't know. I stopped being drawn to him as a person. It did become all about physical for me towards the end of all of this. Because for any of you guys can understand, when you messing with somebody that, they just be hitting the spots and doing the thing and yeah, and the yeah, and the yeah, yeah. And they're the kind of person, they know you so well that you ain't never had to. The minute I met this man, we've both given each other that. He ain't never had to tell me what to do to him to satisfy him. A1. I ain't never had to tell him what to do to me to satisfy me. A1. There's just some people that's out there that got that gift that they put it on your mind like that. And they pretty much be like, they just hit them spots and do the thing and probably open your body to avenues you didn't even think. Like, I mean, okay, so people, this man made me become a little, a little ocean sprayer waterfall thing. I never experienced that in my life. Never. I always wanted to be that type of person. And then who would have guessed that, like, no more of Payless, but who would have guessed, that I would have met, I would meet this man and he would open that, Pandora's box to that, because I tried to pull it out myself. I couldn't do it. And here he come along and was like, you're going to do it. Like, there's no question. Like, he knew what was going to happen. I'm like, look here, Freakodamus, aka for Nostradamus, but Freakodamus. How you gonna tell me what my body gonna do? And woo, it did it, and kept doing it, and now it just won't stop doing it, and now it's a gift. Okay, thank you, sir. I don't like you, but thank you. Anyways, so yes, I was drawn to that. But besides, the good entanglement, I really try to have a relationship with this man. This wasn't just some like long-term platonic relationship, although that's what it was. It was a long-term imbalance, awful breadcrumbing, stringing along situation that started in 2019 on up to July 2nd was literally the last day of this year that I fooled with that man and laid eyes on him. After that, I never messed with him again. So I'm sorry, July 1st, going into 2nd. We cut up. So yes. And it was like my heart was very invested in this man. It was, this is why I'm woman enough to say I allowed myself to be his fool as long as I did, because I really cared. I really loved this man, and I know I was stupid. I'll be the first one to call myself stupid. I was stupid. And I knew this man wasn't giving me everything I needed. But my heart wouldn't give up on him. And my heart ended up investing in him. And it was just a very dumb mistake, you guys. I made a very dumb, stupid mistake. And because I just couldn't let go of the intimacy part just yet, I was fighting and trying and walking away. I end up going back to him again. And with open arms, of course, he ain't gonna tell me no. I give him what he give me. We satisfy each other on a grand scale. But he didn't want the love that I had to give. He didn't want it. And, there's nothing I can do but accept that truth, come to terms with that truth, and move on and let it go. And when I made that decision, July 1st going into 2nd, I end up, unbeknownst to me, realizing that I had a going away present and a permanent one. Now, let me interject this real quick. I told y'all about a person that this was a person that I put my heart into, and I loved unconditionally, and they showed me that they just didn't want what I had to offer, and that's fine, you guys. Sorry I showed a little emotion, but I know some of y'all like, why this bitch crying? Because it hurts. Anytime somebody mess over you and you do things out of the most purest intent. I know, I'm sorry. I'm not, I'm hard, but I'm soft. This is why I can feel that celebrity on, I'm trying not to use names and stuff because I'm new to all this, so I don't want to, she clout chasing, and like, I ain't got time for all that. I'm just speaking things that is very relative and very relatable, and it fits the situation, so that's why I'm incorporating it. But yeah, I remember that celebrity who was like, and again and again and again, and that's how much I loved you, that I let you mess up and mess up and mess up. I get it. I know what that means. At least she got a full-fledged commitment So it seemed. Or whatever you want to consider that. She got a commitment or a ring, because some people think, well, baby, there's some bras walking around here think because they got that ring, they doing the damn thing. And then they gonna be singing that sad song later. But I'm glad you got the ring. Glad you got that ring. That officially makes you better than me. I'm glad you got it. And I'm not speaking ill against that person I was mentioning. I say at least she got the ring. And, that's a classic example of people who get the ring. That don't mean nothing. If a man that you chose to give that ring, that gave you that ring, if he chooses to dog you and do you in, that's what it's going to mean. That's what it's going to be too. And that ring just kind of bonded the fact that he was fucked up. That's what that ring means. Just so you know. So I'd rather not have a ring. I mean, hey, some people get babies too out of it. So you got the ring that bonded the fuck shit, and you got the baby that bonded the fuck shit. I just at least got the baby. Seems a lot cheaper to me. But, you know what I'm saying? But, whatever. I digress. I ain't mad at nobody progress. But, or choices. And, but the other person, because if y'all didn't catch in the first video, I'm like, yeah, I have 2 potential baby daddies. So, here's the thing. Yes, I was being a certified skank the weekend of the 4th. I hadn't been entangling with anybody. I was a little hot in the draws, okay? Was a little hot and bothered. So, I come back home for a funeral that I had on the 2nd of July, and I stayed till the 4th, since the 4th was, a little, literally right around the corner. So I go there not trying to fool with the dude that I really cared about. I went there not trying to fool with him, had a goal, plan, everything. So I went and go see this other person that I know. This person ain't gonna give too much, and you ain't gonna see no emotions out of this one, because now he was a platonic friend. Me and this person, we're cool. I would never date them because I don't like their life choices. When I say life choices, they're not goal oriented. They don't want to make nothing of their life. They're hood, street, and want to be about the streets. Meaning, you know what that means. You know what people do that be in the streets, y'all. That's a dude. And I don't mean tricking. Well, that's probably somewhere in that, but I've never cared about that because I ain't trying to make this nigga my man. So I don't, baby, if you watching this, you can have 35 million trillion whatever number that is infinity bitches in the streets. I don't give a goddamn. Never did. But so bottom line is, this my homie. We're cool. We talk, whatever, and we entangle. We do. Not all the time, but sometimes. That was a time we entangled. So that happened. We were, talking or whatever. I probably got a little bit caught up in my feelings, where I kind of was like, well, why we don't do this and do that? I was just simply asking. I wasn't trying to ask him of a relationship. Maybe that's what he thought. Long story short, he kind of backed off, was acting like, being like, oh, you made me feel uncomfortable, weird. Now I feel bad, and I'm like, oh my God, let me try to fix the uncomfort and weirdness. And long story short, we just stopped talking within 24 hours. Yeah, I work quick. So I was like, well, fuck it. Whatever. That was that. And same thing what I explained with the first one. This is a person that I trust. when it comes to entanglements. So we do what we do, how we do it. Been fooling with this person even longer than the other person. No problems. Same thing with them. No problems. And then, they get checked, I get checked. We know we ain't got no problems. So, there we go. There you go. It's been done. The deal has been sealed. And there we go. So that's how, and he was actually the first person. So that I messed with. Then I end up fooling with the person that I can't shake. Because I'm like, well, shoot. I was just only fooling with this one because I'm actually trying to shake you. If you was a decent human being, I would have never fooled with that person. Real talk. Like, I wouldn't even call them. Because I only called him because, he know what's up and I know what's up. So when he hear from me, he know what's up. So I called him and it was literally what's up. And it went down and around and some other stuff. But yeah, so that was that. And he started tripping and I started getting my feelings consoled by the next person, which was the one that I needed to stay away from. And of course, that happened. And it was like, I feel in my heart it's the second person because just situations, like with guy number one that I don't care about, it was just typical regular stuff. Like, we don't miss a beat in how we do. And I ain't gonna lie, you guys, that's one of those situations. Ooh, this person gonna be mad when they hear this. If they hear this. It's like, it ain't, it's one of them things you be doing it because it's something to do. It ain't wonderful. It ain't like, oh my God, mind blowing. It's just literally having the feeling or having something touched. And that's about it. You want some real thrills, and that was the whole conversation of why there's no real thrills there. Nothing gets really done. Like, there ain't no oral play, maybe, of course, selfish niggas. Maybe I might entertain that, but not always. And then that's it. Nothing special. Yeah. So, but the other one, full Monty, just oral, this, that, everything you can imagine. Feet, butt cheeks, in between butt cheeks, everything. All of it. All of it is done. All of it. All of it. All of it. All. How many times I gotta say all of it? Yes, that one too. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I don't know. Whatever you might have thought. It might. Cause, So, anyways, and it was just like, that person didn't want to leave me alone. They did not want to let me go. They didn't want me to get out their company. And he has this pattern. This is how I know when he's really miss me, really wants me. He really desires me. Like, when I was close and lived literally right around the corner. I mean, literally right around the corner from him. He would have moments where he'll want me to spend a night, and then next minute he's literally trying to hurry up and get me dressed and walk me out the door. And I'm like, okay. But it was just like, I was trying to leave him. I kept trying to leave him, and he was not having it. And so, it became just from one day into the next day, literally type thing. We just kept doing it. And I was not wanting to stop just as much as he didn't want to stop. But, he trained me to have this mentality is literally I can live in the moment. And then when you stop touching me, all the moment, the feeling, the thrill, the this, the that, it's gone. It's gone. You know, I release, you release, and along with everything that was felt with the release is gone too. It's gone. It's all been released. Everything's been released. And I think he kind of realized that. And that's why I feel in all hearts of hearts that the one that I felt emotional about is the one that really is. A psychic told me differently. But I feel like the one that I was emotionally about, it really is. It's just, you know, I asked God to send me signs. I believe in signs and synchronicities. I'll get into all this one day. You know, y'all see crystals. I'm very heavy on crystals. And I believe in their energetic powers and properties. Properties that they send and give and, you know, pull to you. So, yeah. And so one of the signs and synchronicities when I had found out back in August 25th to be exact, I I asked God, I was like, God, please tell me who is my baby daddy. Because, I was being a little slut bucket. I was. I ain't gonna do no slut walk, but I was being a little slut bucket. And, whatever. Sorry if you're a little nun and you're prim and proper and you don't, get loose. I got loose. And I don't feel bad about it. I just feel bad that it kind of caused this slight confusion. But, and a baby that I was not trying to have. But, hey, I love my little Pooh Bear coming, so whatever. I asked God what was, who was it? Please reveal it to me. And without even thinking about this dude or trying to telepathically or unsubconsciously pull him into my brain waves, he popped up into my head. Not to mention he drives a certain type of vehicle. And I seen not one but two vehicles like his after I asked that question and put it into the universe. So I was like, wow. And that's why I called him and I told him. And when I called him and told him, most men, especially with this man, I'm going to say alleged, because he's a certified liar. And I don't believe anything he say. Now that I see him for who he is, I don't believe nothing he say. He say he don't have no children. I've done asked him numerous times. I done asked him since I've been pregnant. And I told him I'm pregnant. Do you have any kids? He ain't got no kids. He say he ain't got no kids. So we just gonna say he ain't got no kids. That's what he say. That's what he said, and I keep asking him. I asked him recently. So he was like, he don't have no kids. He don't have no kids on the way. Other than potentially mine. So I was like, so I said, with you not having any children, I'm telling you I'm pregnant. He wasn't nervous, scared, trying to run away from me. He even accused me of being with other men, which he wasn't lying. But I didn't, poker face. That's none of your business. So, he never said, oh, that's why that's not my baby. Or there's a possibility that ain't my baby. He didn't say none of that, you guys. He just accepted it what it was. But long story short, he's hid me forever. So now that there's a baby involved, he wants to hide the baby too. So of course I don't want to have no parts of him. And the last time I actually, had any kind of messaging from him or I tried to say anything to him was in August when I told him about the baby. He contacted me in August. He wasn't trying to talk about the baby or what we're going to do moving forward as far as co-parenting, because I let him know straight up, we're not having a relationship. He didn't seem very interested. So you guys, I have no choice but to close that chapter. So that's basically how I'm here. And I'm going to find out for sure who my baby daddy is. It's between one or two people because I was just being a little hot ass. So, And I'm going to get to the bottom of it. It's not like my child's finna be a bastard. She has a dad. Now, whether the dad wants to participate and be in their life, that's on them. I can't force nobody's hand at nothing. I can't. I can only just be the mom that I can be to them. And I'm choosing to be a mom. Yeah, I could have easily terminated my pregnancy because God knows I don't want to have a baby for neither one of these ninjas. But, you know, I thought about that too. When I first found out, I was like, I'm getting rid of this baby. And then it weighed heavy on me instantaneously. Like, I thought ahead. I go on, terminate my pregnancy, just erase all this. They didn't even have to tell neither one of these ninjas about pregnancy because it's said, it's done. They don't need to know nothing. They don't want it. But one kept telling me for the longest, I don't want to be a dad. I don't want to be a dad. And then you do stupid stuff to get, make yourself a potential dad. The other one, he'll never get his life. Like, that one celebrity say, get your life. He'll never get his life. So he ain't gonna be no dad either. So, so why would I want to, sorry, you guys, my foot was itching a little bit. Why would I want to have children for something like that? Or someone's like that in my case. And most people, it sits good in their soul. Oh, these are horrible people. And, oh, my God, I done messed up and got pregnant. Let me terminate my pregnancy. Boom, makes everything better. It wouldn't make things better for me. It wouldn't. It would be a heavy burden to bear. I wouldn't feel good. It would just be horrible. It would just weigh on my spirit so much. Like, this child would literally haunt me for the rest of my life. And I didn't want to go through that. And I know that because I felt that. I felt that the moment I said, I want to get rid of this child, and was actually making the process to do it. It was just like, it was already tormenting me. Right there. Oh, you're not going to keep me? You're not going to keep me? And it's like, it was fucking with me mentally. And I knew if I actually did it, it would just only get worse. I mean, mind you guys, this was just the thought of getting rid of my child. And actually considering it to the point I was looking into stuff, but I never made nothing definite. And it was tormenting me based on that. So, hate me for putting myself in this predicament. Hell, you can't hate me no more than I've been mad at myself. And trust me, I kicked my own self in the ass and cried and hated and oh my God, and self-reflect and felt bad and condemned. I done did everything to my damn self that I could possibly think of to be like, what the fuck? You're better than this. What the fuck? But I'm past that now. I made my choice. I made my decision. I laid down with both of these men, made this level of confusion.